think it'll be easiest if you just stick with that, you know, make sure it's a floor, a ceiling. You always start to the present. You look to the past to try to follow the future.
Okay.
So start with to the right side, then you look in the past. Then that's going to help you, give you an outline of what can happen on this right side of the chart. So we got about 7 minutes before the news release. We'll call it 7. I don't want nobody to get trapped into this move. The market's gonna get volatile, so we'll see. We may see a big spike, big nice candle. So if you didn't take the trade, then just wait, because what happens is the news will happen. We'll get a pullback, and then based on that, we probably can get into the trade and continue riding it down. Or if the move is big enough, it drops like 100 pips, we probably can take the retrace and counter trend trade. It's called fading the news. So we let the news release and then we fade it, and we'll catch a pullback to try to get the market back balanced. That brings me to something here I can talk about. I'm gonna go grab a bottle of water, but I want you guys to see. When I say the market drops and then it comes back to try to find balance, it's always looking for what we would call a fair value or price to where bears and bulls can kind of agree. There's always an equal amount of buyers and sellers in the market. What makes the price move is one side is more aggressive than the other. So as we get you guys a little bit more refined, we're gonna start looking at things like this. So we got NZD, USD. This may give us a these are two correlating pairs or inverse correlations. Goes back to risk on and risk off. So some of my vets want to get you guys to start thinking like a serious investor. When there's peril or there's, people are nervous in the market, they're going to sell the high yielding currencies, stock market, IDI, NZD. I'm going to post that in the group as well. Just remind me if I forget. And then when they also buy JPY USD. And the opposite, if everybody's feeling good, everybody's optimistic that things are going to work out, they'll start buying, the NZD, the AUD. So that when I was saying fair value, these are some of the things we can use to kind of scope out. You guys see how when it crosses this here, that's going to show a shift in what we call money flow. So investors, when we're seeing NZD, USD dropping heavy during Corona, investors were nervous. They were moving their money out of the stock market, trying to protect their assets. We've seen Euro NZD skyrocket. So they were looking for safer yielding currencies. So what price likes to do is be in this balance, or what we call equilibrium. So it tries to get to these middle parts. So this can kind of give us, kind of looks like a sound wave. This kind of gives us an understanding of where price could possibly go to. And when it meets in the middle, it's going to be the equilibrium or the balance that the market looks for. So when the market shoots way high like this, it's out of balance. The market's not supposed to do that. Something's going on in those particular currencies or within a particular country's economics that, you know, this is where you get into like interest, what we're going to have now, interest rates. They're called balancing their books. You know, everything has to flow in a certain manner, so we're able to have trade between different countries. You know, we may buy iron from Australia. That's going to be one of our, from Australia. That's one of their biggest exports. So we have to make sure that everything is kind of in balance, so everybody can facilitate trade in a way that makes sense, in a way that's fair. So that's where you get fair value for a specific currency or a pair. And that's just kind of a rough explanation. Goes into economics, but you guys don't have to dive that deep because we have fundamentals here. But it is good to know kind of what the market is searching for. So you can see, well, when price goes up, it can trend for weeks, months. But at some point, the trend is going to end, and then there's going to be, or throughout the trend, there's corrections based on macroeconomics that shoots the trend. And we just got the news just released. But yeah, that's a little information on macroeconomics. We was right. They're selling hard. You guys can see it live on the call. I'm in this trade. You see I was up like $10 earlier, up about 40, 50. Let's look at NZD. Oh, I took GBP, NZD as well. Oh, nice candles. Let me take profit. That's a nice trade. Now, see, I have a long-term scope. Even me, like it's see, I was saying I want to take profit. But you guys see my target's way up here, so I know the price is going to pull back. So I could go ahead and take profit and kind of double dip. But what I may do is I go ahead and take profit on one of them, let the other one just ride, the one that I got in the earliest, and then see, I need to go ahead and take profit. So pull back, or you know what? I'm gonna let it ride. Just for example, so you guys see the trade. Oh, go ahead and work, baby. Give me about 100 pips. And, NZD, USD, so far has dropped about 30, 40 pips in one candle. That's in a 1 minute candle. 30 pips in a 1 minute candle. So news can be profitable, but I don't try to guess the direction of the move. I already want to, like I was showing you guys, I already want to be into the market and just see if it'll flow me into the direction of the trade. Yeah, this was a fire session, man. Y'all got to see a little bit of everything. We got a new strategy going on. We broke down some psychological things, some mind frame, some mechanics of the market. We even dove on to a little bit of macroeconomics, fair value. We got a nice umbrella tonight. And we got to see the news push. So right here is where I'm talking about what we would buy into. The news is done with. When I say I should take profit, I generally, if I'm trading pretty fast, I'll go ahead and not teaching, I'll buy into that. So now I would have called another 15, 20 pips on the opposite direction. And this is what it'll look like. It's called fading the news. So I would have got in somewhere real nice on the wick. Market's trying to go back in balance. and I'll probably take profit somewhere around here. They'll be looking to go back as a seller. So I think we've been on about an hour. What you guys, anybody have any questions? Sirs? Hit a few different times. Everybody excited to start learning how to trade a little bit more in depth? Excited at some of the things you can do? Wow.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. No problem, Stacy. Trade the market. That's good to hear. Thank you. But just keep joining, keep going, keep on sending them out there. We here to stay. Website should be done here. I've been saying it for a while, probably like next end of this month, and indicators should be released soon. So I appreciate y'all out joining me. I'm gonna chop up some of this call because I'm gonna keep some of it private, but I'll send it out to the groups. All right, peace, everybody. Peace.
All right, have a good night.